Hi guys, today's tutorial we're going to remove some pimples on a face using Photoshop 2020. Now there's a couple of ways you can do this. Now the first thing what we're going to do, as with a lot of versions of Photoshop, we're going to get what they call the patch tool on the left hand side here. Now if we zoom in, I'll zoom in first so you see what we're talking about. I'll go back to the patch tool. It comes up here, a little sample. Just go around it. Just circle around the actual pimple, and you get that little arrow on the right hand side of the little patch tool there. You can drag it whichever way you want, and it just takes a sample of another area. See, it worked out quite well. You're going to do the same with this one. Now you can do it with a whole area if you like, and as long as you've got a big enough area to sample from, that'll do really well. Now if I go to something like this, right, and I move it across to something like that, the nose, you're going to get the nose in there, so we don't want that. Redo it like that. Hold down the space bar key and we can move the image around, and we can just going to do the same around here, and there we go. Now if we zoom out, the girl's no longer got any acne. As you can see, it's a bit white there, it's a bit bright. That's fine, we can always fix that up again. So get the patch tool again and go around it and go to an area where it's not so bright. Might even go to the bottom here. So that's a bit too much. See how it's too smooth? That's fine. Get something like that. That's fine. That'll do. We just keep on doing it until you get the right desired effect. But you get an idea of what I'm talking about here. Okay, so I'm just going to go over that one as well. Now if I go back, I'll go back from all this, and I'll just go back to the original image with all the acne. Now there's another way you can do this. You can use what they call the healing brush. Now the healing brush tool, it's got a little band-aid on it there. You've got to hold down the option key to sample an area, and then you just draw over the section that you're going to fix up. So now you can change the different size of the brush by up the top left here, the size itself, and just move that up or down. Don't forget the option tool to sample an area and draw around it. It's gone. And you just keep on doing that. Sample an area, sample an area. This is a quite longer, detailed way of doing it, but it gets the same similar results as using the patch tool. Now the other way, of course, is just using the clone stamp tool. Again, you use the option key and you select an area you're going to copy. I'm just going to put the size of the brush up a bit, but the only thing is, I'm going to put it up a little bit further. The only thing is, it does an exact copy of an area. So wherever it is, it's got to be a very similar type of source. See, as going there, it's too light here, and what's happened there is just come up really bright. So even if you go close to the subject and go like that, it's very time consuming. Bit. So what I use is just go straight back to the patch tool, go around it, bang, and there you go. So this is the easiest way of doing it, and it removes the pimples quite easily. And it gives you a bit more of a broader area to cover, and quicker, more precise. Now there's another way of doing this, especially with the Photoshop 2020. I'm just going to go back here so that we go right back to where the pimples are. I'm just going back. Won't go back any further, that's fine. Okay, and I'll just move it around here. Now if I wanted to get this area here, okay, and I wanted to just remove the whole section, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use the lasso tool, and just say, for instance, get that area like that. Now what I'm going to be doing is content aware. Now I've got to be aware of this area, that area, and below and the top, because what it's going to do is going to take samples right around the whole entire thing, and samples from inside as well. So what we're going to do, we're going to go up to edit, content aware fill, let go of that. And then what happens, another window comes up, and it gives us options of what we're going to get. Now it gives you a bit of a preview here of what it's going to look like, which is done a pretty good thing. Now with this area here, as you draw around it, it's taking samples of those areas, and see what's happened. That's not good enough. We don't want that. Even if we hit OK, it'll come up like that. So we don't want that. Okay, so we go back to it again. We go Edit, Content Aware, let it automatically do it, and it will fix it up by itself. That's fine. Okay, deselect. Only problem is the rest of the image is quite sharp around there, and that's really blurred there because it's actually blurred both sides of the actual image together there. So what I suggest, the best thing to do is to use the patch tool. Go around it, sample an area, something like that. Whoops, I'm going to get rid of that. Go around here, something like that, and just sample another area very close to it. That's your best way of doing it. Hope this helps out, guys. That's the end of this tutorial. And here we go. She's got no more acne. Thanks for watching. Cheers.